Welcome back. This is Have a Good Time with your host, John Davey. This morning, I find myself pretty energized, feeling good. The owners of the building that I rented this office space in had their owners meeting this morning, and we sort of share two sections of one office. And I got my lease, signed my lease. Gonna be turning that in, I guess, at the end of this month and beginning of next with my first rent paycheck. I'm trying to figure out basically how to monetize this podcast and also get a separate website up and running from distinct from my music one. And also, I got some chairs in to this office yesterday. Got some paper up on the window for privacy. What else is going on? Got this notepad I've been writing ideas in. Things are looking good. I'm filling my room with things. So I'm happy to be working this morning. And in my office space, trying to figure out how to be an Amazon affiliate as well. And we'll see how that goes, and if I can link that to a separate website, that's great. I was thinking about, I revisited one of the older podcasts, or one from a few weeks ago, I guess. Maybe it's even older than that. One of the earlier ones before I was doing this every day, or at least talking every day. And it was one where I was talking about how we can do finding new ways of achieving what you want. And one of the ways that I've been testing out is basically talking about various little bits of psychology that I've been learning and learning for myself. And I've found that that's a really good icebreaker, and people are usually excited to talk about things regarding psychology. I think maybe part of it is because we have a tendency we're interested in sort of externalizing our experience, and that's cool. So, we can talk about deep stuff as long as it's sort of like external. A lot of people don't want to get dragged into a conversation where they have to reveal something about themselves that they keep hidden even maybe from themselves. So I'm finding that discussing psychology with pretty much anybody of reasonable intelligence opens up a great conversation. Usually leads from there to a bunch of different stuff. So that's it's been working, and it's exciting. And so I just wanted to fill you guys in on something that I've talked about before that I think that's been working for me. So that's cool. You should try it. On Wikipedia, if you go to Wikipedia, you can find a whole list of things if you just search cognitive biases and biases, as my friend Dustin Sendejas might say. Eat some pizzas and discuss some cognitive biases. So, you can go and there's like this list of cognitive biases just ever expanding, and they have things like the Flynn effect, or the Benjamin Franklin effect, or these different sort of effects that are basically internal processes by which people explain the world around them, whether they're an accurate explanation of reality or not. We basically try to understand what's going on in our surroundings, and so we sort of make up these mental tricks to to, yeah, I guess to just explain to ourselves the world that we live in. It's kind of like saying, one good example of this is, villagers live at the base of a volcano, and the volcano erupts, and they say that the volcano god is angry. So that's not a really accurate description of what's going on. There are learnable, reasonable explanations as to why that's happening, but the heuristic is the creation of, I guess that heuristic would be called God of the God of the gaps. Whatever you can't explain just by simply observing without testing in other ways. If you can attribute it to God, then that's called God of the gaps. So that's one example of a cognitive bias, and you can find a whole list of these on Wikipedia. And I find that they make for really good icebreakers if the people you're with are at all interested in the workings of the human mind, which I think we all are. I think we all are into really deep stuff, but a lot of times, you can't really drag somebody into a conversation about that. But when it pertains to them or you personally, people tend to get really uncomfortable, which I've found, and sometimes even lash back and backlash in unexpected ways. So, let's see. There's a precedent for that in my life, and but also, So like I was saying at the beginning of this segment, I think if you go to the beginning and listen back, then sort of lose my train of thought here. Then you will find that cognitive biases. Okay, I think that's going to be it for me right now because I just had a brain fart and I don't know exactly how to recover from it. Maybe that'll be my next project. Or maybe that's what this is good. This context is good for. Is figuring out what to do before I find myself in a situation where I have a broader platform, wider audience, and I run into a problem like this where I have like a brain fart and then I don't know really how to recover from it. It's funny because I feel like the same way that I did, learning sort of how to be an engaging singer-songwriter. It's like I feel like I've just sort of had a flashback, I guess, to that time where a string would break or whatever, and then you have to sort of figure out ways to be prepared. So I guess I wasn't really prepared for my mind to just sort of go blank there for a couple of measures. But it's funny that is coming back to my experience as an adult rather than a 16-year-old or whatever. And I hope that you guys can bear with me for that one. Thanks for listening. This is your host, John Davey, and I hope you have a good time. See ya.